I know you guys can barely see me because it's totally dark outside, but I've made a decision. I'm dropping out of school. No, like I mean it. I am dropping out of high school 2 months in. Probably 50 hours wasted, 100 hours wasted by, no, it must be more than that. Probably like 500 hours wasted, and I'm officially dropping out. No more of this shit. Never ever again. So, just to recap, I had potentially the most fun 2 days of my life. I went to Stockholm. You guys can see the other video that I made earlier today about how we went up here. Didn't get a lot of work done, but made some incredible connections that are gonna stay with me for the rest of my life. And they really, like, guys, one of my all-time favorite quotes that I've just kept repeating to myself this week. It's been the quote of the week. You question all of your beliefs except for the ones that you truly believe and those you never think to question. I'll repeat that because it's so fucking good. You question all of your beliefs except for the ones that you truly believe and those you never ever think to question. One of my beliefs that I truly believed was that I couldn't drop out of school. After having that conversation with my parents, I just built, if you guys don't know already, if you haven't seen the videos, I prepped so much, decided to drop out of school, had a conversation with them and they said no, right? And after that conversation I realized that, okay, I've done everything I can, I just had to get in terms with. So I tried to accept it and not be resenting the fact that I need to go to school. And I built up this belief that I could not do anything, that I tried everything until I came here. And they said, but why don't you just do it? And it didn't register in my mind. They said it over and over again like 100 times. They were like, just stop going to school. Just like, don't go there. And just like, don't come back. What are parents gonna do? Are they gonna physically tie you down to the bench? Like, no, they're not. They're not gonna be able to lock me into the classroom. So they can't physically force me to. So I made a decision. After breaking a belief, and the thing I realized was that I had to choose. I just want to get some light on me so I can show something. I had to choose between the relationship with my parents or the life I wanted without going to school. And I realized that at this point it's more important for me to drop out of school and get to live the life I want than my relationship with my parents. What that turned into was that, as Alex Moses said, he has a similar story. I either die in their eyes or die in my eyes. Either the dreams, the future, what I have about to build up these next 3 years can die for me, all of that can just die, or I die in their eyes. I become a failure, I do what makes them super disappointed, but at least I'm living the life I want. And I want to end off by saying that even if I'm wrong, even if I look back at this video in 3, 5, 10, 20, 30 years and saying that was the wrong decision, you should have listened to your parents, that's okay. Because I'd rather live with the fact that I did go after what my heart told me to do than living with the fact that I didn't do it, I never got to know. Because if I don't do this, I'm never gonna know. And I'm gonna live for the rest of my life having to say that I didn't drop out of school because my parents didn't let me. Do I want to give that power to my parents? Do I want my parents to be the ones to rule my life? They aren't the ones who's gonna experience the things I'm gonna experience in life. So why would they be the ones to make the decision? Alex Hormozi, Iman Gadzhi, Matt Shields, all had gone through this exact story of For Matt Shields and Imagedzi, it was about dropping out of high school. For Alex Mulchi, it was about moving his career, moving across the country, leaving his career, and starting at June, where they didn't have permission from their parents, and they tried asking for permission multiple times. They didn't end up getting it. So instead, one last time, they decided to no longer ask for permission, but rather ask for support. And asking for support, you might get it, you might not. If you don't, then you've at least made a decision. And you make it very clear that, hey, I'm asking for support. I'm asking you to help me stand by my side and do this decision with me. But if you don't, that's fine, because I've made a decision myself. If you don't support me, that's cool. And I can accept that, and I can understand why. But I'm not here to get your permission, because the decision is made and there's no turning back. That's what I'm gonna say to them. So, just for context, I think this Thursday I'm gonna drop out. Or I'm gonna talk with them on Thursday. I'm not going to, either on Thursday or Wednesday, I'm gonna talk with them. I'm not going to go to school on Friday. The only thing at all in the whole world, the only thing that I can think of that would stop me from actually making this decision is that they block my bank account. That's the only thing that can happen. If they block my bank account, then I'm going back to school. And then I accept it. And then I know that I did everything I could. If they block my bank account or take all the money in there, because they have full access to it, if they don't do that, I don't care what they say. I don't care what they tell me. I don't care how they feel. It's my decision, my life. I'd rather live with knowing that the wrong decision and that I got to try and follow my heart than knowing that I could never have, than never knowing what I could have done with my life. When I look at what I want to do with my life, I'm going on such a side tangent, but when I look back on what I want to have done with my life, the things I want to have accomplished, the impact I want to have had, going to school is not reasonable. It's not even close. It's not gonna help me in any way whatsoever. And for considering the things I'm about to do, there's no possible way that I'm going to school. There's no possible way. And with that, I've accepted that I'm not going to school, and it's just not gonna happen. Because it would be like saying to Elon Musk, oh yeah, you definitely need to go to school to learn some basic things. Okay, he's a weird example because he went to like 2 different universities, but still. The things that I want to accomplish with my life are way too big to go to a Swedish high school like the one I'm going to. And it's my life. So to end it off, I'm gonna ask for support, not permission. I've made a decision. If they don't let me live at home, if they don't support me, then I'm going to Gothenburg to live with my friends that I've lived with for the last few days. If they do support me, or if they don't support me but they still don't do anything about it, then I'll still live at home and just go to Gothenburg over the days. No matter what happens, except for if my bank account gets shut down by them, I'm not going to go to school on Friday. On Friday, I'm not going to be in school. That's all I have to say. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Now, after being away for 3 days, I didn't walk the full way from Gothenburg, but I just got home.